Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video in the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to an episode of the Honolulu Desperados. That is right. We are entering season number 6. Can you guys believe we've made it this far? It's pretty crazy, honestly. Not only have we made it to season number 6, but we've had a successful run of form the past couple of years, winning back-to-back Super Bowls. That's right, we are a 2-time Super Bowl winning franchise here in Honolulu. I'd say the relocation to Hawaii was a success, but with every run of form, with every run of success that a franchise has, there's always that after period. There's always the what next. There's always the fallout of a championship team. What happens when contracts come up? Your big name players are 2-time Super Bowl champions. They're going to want massive 2-time Super Bowl champion contracts. And unfortunately for us, not every one of those players was able to get that contract, at least from us. Now, luckily, we were able to re-sign Bijan Robinson in free agency. That was the most important thing that we had to do, because Bijan really is the lifeblood of this offense. He is the most dynamic running back in the league. He is the most dynamic player on our team, and we needed to have him back on a long-term deal, and that's exactly what we did. I think it was like was it a 6-year deal or a 7-year deal? Something along those lines. We needed to lock up Bijan for the entirety of his career, basically. So Bijan returns, but unfortunately, we did have a massive casualty when it comes to the quarterback position. Anthony Richardson, unfortunately, was another guy who needed big-time superstar quarterback money. And unfortunately, with us re-signing Bijan and a couple other players, we just simply were not able to pay the $300+ million that Anthony Richardson was asking for. And so he moves on to a new team after winning 2 titles. And we are left wondering what next. Also in that free agency, we were able to find a quarterback. A quarterback that maybe is going to lead this team. I don't know, because in the draft, we also found a quarterback. Or no, was it in a trade? I don't remember. We have 2 quarterback options on this team. There could be a quarterback controversy. Obviously, neither of them are at the level of Anthony Richardson right now, but that doesn't mean that neither one of them could get there eventually. Now, unfortunately, neither one of them are athletic in terms of Anthony Richardson level, but not many people really are, to be fair. They're more of the Peyton Manning, the Tom Brady, the Matt Stafford type, where they like to stand in the pocket and be methodical, throw the football with their big cannon arm. So it's definitely going to be a little bit of a change of pace in the offense. It's going to be a little bit of a transition period, you could say, to get the new scheme underway with this new quarterback under center. How is it going to go? Are we a better team than we were when we just won 2 championships? Are we even going to make the playoffs this season? I don't know. There's a lot of questions to be answered in the next 2 episodes. Let's go start it out here with the start of season number 6 here in Honolulu. Let's go meet the new look Honolulu Desperados. Hope you guys go and enjoy. If you do, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's get started. So we are here. The year is 2028. And our first game of the season happens to be against one of our big-time rivals, the Detroit Lions. We've had some pretty big battles with them, especially in the playoffs. But we have a new-look team. And mainly that new-look team is led by our young rookie quarterback. This is the man that we signed in free agency. His name is Andrew Martin. He's 25 years old, superstar development. We signed him before we knew that we were going to go for a quarterback in the draft. And the reason we signed him is because he's got 99 throw power. Now, his accuracies are not amazing, and he's not the fastest guy like I mentioned, but he's got 99 throw power, which is something that we can utilize having Devonta Smith, Jalen Waddle, Lynn Lashley, all these receivers that are big, deep threats. Having a quarterback that can throw 99 on the gun is kind of crazy. But then again, we drafted Jonathan Young from Mississippi State. He is a 78 overall with hidden development. That could end up being superstar development, maybe. I'm guessing it's probably going to be star, but it could be superstar or X Factor. He's not as mobile as Martin is, which is not saying a lot because neither of them are very mobile, but he also has 96 throw power, which is not too far off to 99, but his accuracies are slightly better, and he's a lot younger, obviously, because he's a rookie. He's 21 years old, so he's got more chance to improve than Martin does. He's got better awareness. His throw on the run's not as good. I don't really know. There's a quarterback controversy here in Honolulu for the first time ever, because when we first relocated here and started the series, it was Anthony Richardson the whole way. Like, we didn't have anybody else that could contest with him. So for the first time in franchise history, we've got ourselves a quarterback battle. We've got a quarterback controversy between Young and Martin. Bijan, obviously, I talked about it in the beginning. We re-signed him. We paid him a ton of money to come back onto the squad because without Bijan, we wouldn't really be two-time Super Bowl champions, if we're being totally honest. He's just that good. I mean, look at these numbers. He's so amazing. He's so dynamic. He's such a good player that there was simply no way that we could let him leave the team, and he's the face of the franchise, basically. You could say that for Jalen Waddle or for Devonta Smith or for Micah Parsons or for anybody. This man is the face of the franchise right there. And I think I'm going to switch up his ankle breaker. We've been giving him ankle breaker as his X Factor for a while now, but I kind of want to give him first one free and see how that works. He's got Jukebox, which is amazing. He's got Matchup Nightmare for when he goes out to linebackers on Texas routes and stuff. He's got Running Back Apprentice to give him some extra hot routes, especially. That's going to be crucial now without having an X Factor quarterback. And then we've given him Human Joystick as well, just because Human Joystick's so much fun. That is what we are looking for in terms of our running back. We've also got Whitfield, who we got in a trade, and we also drafted Stackhouse. I think Stackhouse, is he fast? I can't remember. He is fast. 93 speed, 90 excel, 92 agility. He's a very fast running back. He could potentially be the long-term option after Bijan's career is up. Who knows? And obviously we've got the famous trio of Smith, Waddle, and Lashley. Nobody else has really asserted themselves as a number 4. We've got Livingston, who's fine. We've got Cone, who's fine. We've got McClellan, who's fine. But nobody has become that number 4 option. But that's okay. You don't necessarily need 4 receivers to win a championship, but it's nice to have, obviously, for depth reasons. Offensive line has taken a little bit of a hit. We've got a few young guys that we've drafted over the 5 seasons that have asserted themselves as starters. We are running a little bit low on guard depth. That is a concern of mine. And we are running a little bit low on tight end depth. Obviously, we don't have David Njoku anymore. He's gone to a different team or in free agency. I don't know where he's at now because he's getting a little bit older. But Freiermuth is the starting tight end now. We've obviously got a young core at guard or at interior offensive line, but we'll see how they develop. The depth could be a problem. And then on the defense, we've got some pieces. Obviously, like I mentioned, the face of the franchise, Micah Parsons, you could consider him at least the face of the defense. We lost a lot of depth at D tackle with not being able to re-sign some of our guys. Brian Bresee being one of the main ones, and the guy that we drafted a couple of seasons ago. I can't remember his name exactly, but we lost 2D. I think, was it St. Clair or something? I forget what his name was. But he leaves as well because we just couldn't pay him. Greg Rousseau stays. We've got a pretty decent linebacking core. I like this. A lot of speed, a lot of athleticism on the linebacking core. I like what we have here. Corners are looking interesting, especially with Lucas and Howard being some depth pieces on the line or on the corners as well as Allen. But we have got our 2 stalwarts in Paulson Adebo and Deron Bland. And then the safety core is a little bit shaky. We've got Jordan Battle, who we brought in the offseason, I think, in a trade. Or maybe it was last season. I can't remember when we brought him in, but we brought him in via, I'm pretty sure, a trade. And then we've obviously got the veteran Buda Baker, who we probably need to unload the contract of. He's very, very expensive. And I don't know if we're going to be able to. I mean, his cap hit is crazy for the next 2 seasons, so that would free up a lot of money if we were able to get rid of him. And then obviously we got Jalen Thompson, who I like, but I mean, we've got Rafael Gomes, who could take his place at any moment. And then the special teams is the same. We still got Carlson. We've still got Stonehouse. But we might need to change the kick return. Is Ricardo Barnes fast? 92 speed's not bad. What about McClellan? Travis McClellan, rookie from Oklahoma. He has 94 speed, 97 excel. Okay, so I'm going to move McClellan to the kick return starter. I didn't mean to go to Ryan Stonehouse there. We're going to move McClellan to #1 kick returner. And he's already #1 punt returner. We'll see how he does. Maybe he can have a very good season and dominate. Who knows? But that's what the team looks like. It's a new era. It is a new era here in Honolulu. I don't know how I feel about it just yet. We'll see how the season progresses. We'll see how it goes. But I do want to take a look at Anthony Richardson now that he's gone. He's gone away to a different team. He now is the quarterback of the Houston Texans. Anthony Richardson, I don't like it. We're going to change his number here so he's not wearing number 13. He's either going to wear number 15 or number 5, whatever they have available. They don't have 5 available. They have 15 available. So he's going back to his college number, AR-15. Or was he? No, he's Indianapolis. He's 5. That's right. So he's going to wear number 15. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the league, though, playing up to a 98 overall. That's nice to see. And he's also with C.J. Stroud. Okay, that's not good. They have 2 top quarterbacks in the league on the same team. Why did Anthony Richardson decide to sign here? I may have to change that. I may have to move C.J. Stroud to a different team because that doesn't make any sense. Anthony Richardson, why would he sign with the Texans if they already have? I didn't think they already had C.J. Stroud. I thought he had already moved on, but they have 2 top quarterbacks on their roster. That is not necessarily a good thing when the Titans have Deshaun Watson, who's a veteran. Who needs a quarterback that could take the Browns? The Browns could take C.J. Stroud. I might help the Browns out and give them C.J. Stroud just for the fact that the Texans shouldn't have 2 #1 quarterbacks on their roster. That just doesn't help anybody. So the Browns don't have a backup plan. They don't have a rookie or anything in place or a young guy that they've drafted. It looks like they've got nothing. And the Rams also could use C.J. Stroud, but they've got a young quarterback. Okay, they don't need him. They got quarterback of the future, Chuck Young. So it looks like the Browns are the only team that either doesn't have a veteran that could start for them already or doesn't have a young guy that could take the reins already because they've got Kari Smith, but he's not good. They've got this guy who says he's franchise quarterback material, but he's already 29. So, yeah, okay, I'm going to help the Browns out, give them C.J. Stroud. It's not going to cost them anything. It's not going to cost the Texans anything either, except for C.J. Stroud, because that just doesn't make sense. Why would the Texans have the money to, or why would they sign Anthony Richardson when they have C.J. Stroud? That doesn't really make sense. So we'll give C.J. Stroud to the Browns I'll give him like a 7th round pick or something in return. And then the Browns can go and have at least a formidable duo. Because maybe Anthony Richardson would have signed with the Browns. Who knows? But I'm not going to take Richardson off the Texans. He already signed with the Texans. Or maybe I should. Maybe I should keep CJ in Houston and then move Anthony Richardson to yeah. I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep CJ in Houston. We're going to have Anthony Richardson move to Cleveland because he arguably should have signed there instead of in Houston. So we're going to move Anthony Richardson to Cleveland. I'm going to go do that, and then we will cut back to when it's time to start simulating the start of the season and get this one underway. The first game of a new era in Honolulu. Okay, so I made the move. Anthony Richardson now plays for the Cleveland Browns. Arguably should have signed there in the first place. So now he plays there. CJ Stroud still plays in Houston. So this Browns team looks a little bit better now that they have an actual quarterback on the roster, and Cleveland had number 5 available, so I've given Anthony Richardson number 5. So now that quarterback controversy is over, even though it should never have been in the first place, any quarterback controversy, and we can start the season. A new era here in Honolulu, a new quarterback under center. Will it be the rookie, or will it be the free agent signing Andrew Martin? Who knows? I guess we'll find out when we play the Detroit Lions and start our defense of championship number 2. It's a new era in Honolulu, and we will step in to see the debut of our rookie quarterback, Jonathan Young under center for the first time. He will get the start here on week 1, opening week, against big-time rival Detroit Lions. I decided to go with him over Andrew Martin, the big money free agent signing that we brought in, mainly because Young has more potential in this roster, and he also is, for one, 4 years younger, plus having a little bit of a better overall definitely does help. And I could have sworn I pressed the button to give that to Bijan. That's my bad. We're going to go for this on 4th and 3 here. That shouldn't have been a problem. We should have had the first down there. I thought I pressed the button. I guess I didn't. Little quick throw to the young man, Lynn Lashley. I do love Lynn Lashley. He's one of my favorite players we drafted, mainly because he's just super good. He's super, super good. We complete the conversion on 4th down, keep the drive alive, and we will see what Bijan can do here. He's going to try to get to the edge, and they shut it down. Not a lot of blocking from the offensive line there, but that has been a problem for 6 seasons. We haven't had very much blocking at all. 2nd and 11. Gonna go underneath to Devonta Smith, and Devonta gets a nice carry, or a nice catch and run there. 3rd and 4. Maybe Waddle can get open on the outskirts? No. Gotta go quickly. It's the Muth. Pat Freiermuth, big catch. And Jonathan Young starting 4 for 4 in his debut is not too shabby. We'll give the ball to Bijan. Hopefully the offensive line can hold their blocks for a second, and they can, and Bijan's able to get the ball, but he fumbled the football. Bijan Robinson, in his return to Honolulu, has fumbled the football, and the drive is over. He's saying he was down, but you were clearly not down, Bijan. You were fighting for extra yards, and that is how the first drive comes to an end. That's kind of frustrating, though. A field goal, so Jonathan Young will not have his first touchdown pass. But we do lead 3-0, second quarter. Lions get on the board with a touchdown. There it is. That's a touchdown. I don't know if that was a Jonathan Young touchdown or not, but we're down 14-10. This is getting a little dicey here. All right, we come in. I need to check and see if that was stats, player stats. Was Jonathan Young, was that a touchdown? It was. So Jonathan Young has achieved his first career NFL touchdown. Good for him. Good for him, but can he get number 2 here? I like Lynn Lashley's route. I think he could be dangerous in the corner. Lashley, it's going to be a little underthrown, and Lashley came down with it anyway. Lynn Lashley. Oh my God. That was a crazy throw and a crazier catch. That was insane. That was absolutely insane. Quick throw, Jalen Waddle, nobody over the top of him. Touchdown number 2 for the rookie in his debut. Waddle gets a big touchdown catch. Lions come back with another touchdown, but we do too. 24-21. Come on, boys. Hold the lead. Get a big victory against the Lions. They scored a field goal at the end of the game. It's 3rd down. We've got, is it Demarius? I think it's Demarius Whitfield, but he's not even out there. It's, we got to score a touchdown here. Call a timeout here. Bijan with a nasty juke move. 12 seconds to go. We are in field goal range, and we're going to let the big boys handle it. They missed it. What? I should have kicked it. I should have kicked it myself. I didn't expect the Daniel Carson to miss that. We were at like the 20-yard line or something, maybe even closer than that. I certainly did not expect to miss that. Freiermuth fumbled the football. We get it back with Bijan. He redeems himself. I think Freiermuth might have been on the ground in the first place. They're going to review it. I think he might have been on the ground, but Bijan redeems himself by getting that fumble. And they're going to say that he was... I think they overturned it, and it wasn't a fumble. But still, it doesn't matter because Bijan dropped on anyway. It would have been our ball regardless. Bijan with a nice carry. That's what I'm talking about, Bijan. That's a huge carry. He's got 139 yards in the first week of the season. MVP type of year for Bijan Robinson? That'd be amazing. We're going to go underneath. That could have been Jalen Waddle there. I saw him starting to break free, but might as well go for the safe option. And now we'll go back-to-back. Same exact play. Hope that something breaks free here. Oh, it is. Oh, but I got hit on the throw. I don't know if Jonathan Young would have been able to get that ball. He has 96 throw power, so I would assume he would have been able to. But that's a tough one right there. That is a tough one. I got hit on the throw, and it doesn't go as far as I needed it to. 2nd down and 10. Bijan with the carry. Gets it to the 27-yard line. 3rd and 4. Let's run a little play-action boot. I know Jonathan Young's not the fastest guy in the world, but he's a little bit more mobile than the free agent signing Martin. And maybe setting his feet and firing it to Devonta Smith, the veteran receiver, he can make a good throw. He does have a pick, but he also has 3 touchdowns on debut. I'd say that's quite the game. Oh, it's going to be money. It's going to be money. It's not money because the ball was underthrown in behind him. All you had to do was lead him into the end zone there, Young. That's a rookie mistake. He'll get better at it, though. He'll get better at it. Underneath, it's Freiermuth. 2nd and 10, just take the yards. Take the yards when needed. And this time, send Pat Freiermuth on a little bit of a corner route. It's not there, and I got a huge sack from Isaiah Simmons. I think that's Isaiah Simmons. I don't know. It doesn't look like Isaiah Simmons from the back. It's just some Simmons. And it's a field goal attempt from Daniel Carlson. I'm going to kick this one so that we can hopefully make it this time. They're going to freeze me. They're going to ice me out. I don't think I'm going to miss this, but I have a history of missing field goals that I shouldn't miss. So we're going to find out here. There's good. That's going to be a miss, isn't it? No, it's going to be good, and we're going to win the ball game in overtime against the Detroit Lions. Carlson, I don't know how they missed the first one. We weren't that far away from the end zone, and we are going to win opening day. That's a big one. Starting the season 1-0 when you're in a transition period with a new quarterback, that's a very big win. And Jonathan Young played pretty well. He only missed, I think, like maybe 4 passes on the day, had over 300 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns, did throw a pick, but that's a pretty good debut in front of the home fans. So that fills me with confidence that he's going to have a pretty good season. I mean, he does have himself a good cast of characters around him, so that helps, obviously. But I think he's going to get the start the rest of the season. Ramon Jenkins had a chance for a breakout with the camp standout stuff. He wasn't going to get it, though. But I think I'm going to give Jonathan Young the benefit of the doubt. We're going to let him ride for the season. If we start to lose, maybe we shift to the veteran. Or the more experienced quarterback. But we'll see how it goes. We play the Chargers in week number 2. Are we going to get a W here against the LA Chargers? First mock draft is coming out, and we win 31-28 over the Chargers. Starting 2-0 on the season is nice, and Jonathan Young gets an upgrade point as well. I'm hoping that his development trait is higher than star. If it's superstar X Factor, I'm going to flip out. That would be amazing. We take on the Falcons, and we beat them as well. We start 3-0. I'm curious, do we play the Cleveland Browns this season? I don't think we will, but I guess we can take a look at the schedule and see. And Jonathan Young, I just saw, was 2nd in the league in passing there. Do we play the Browns this year? No, we don't play Anthony Richardson this season. That's good, though, because I don't know if our fans can handle that. We don't play the Browns this season. Maybe we come up against them in the playoffs. I don't know how they're doing so far the first month of the season. Negotiations, though, like we don't have any money still. So it's another round of releasing players, or I guess moving on from players, until we can fix that cap room situation that we struggle with so much. Now, there's a couple guys that it's going to hurt. Our entire offensive line is going to hurt. I could change the contracts to bring some of them back, but I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that because we need to just let ourselves recover after these big contracts I've given out. Like, I've given out huge contracts to Micah Parsons, obviously to Bijan, to Devontae Smith, to Greg Rousseau, to Jalen Waddle. I've given out some huge contracts, and Budda Baker's contract might be the biggest of the bunch. I just think that it'd be best to trade this man. Can I trade him? I might be able to trade Budda Baker. And I can get Tremaine McNair, who's an X Factor. Ooh, that's really good. I can also get Rashawn Gilliard, who would be a replacement for the free safety spot. I can get some decent stuff. I like that outside linebacker because you might have seen one of our linebackers is probably going to be leaving us this offseason. So getting a replacement linebacker like Tremaine McNair at an X Factor nonetheless, that could be pretty good. So Budda Baker, we will have to make a decision on you by the end of the season. Is there anybody else that I would consider trading right now? I mean, we're paying Ryan Stonehouse a lot of money. And I don't really use my punter, so maybe we could find a punter. We might. What's the penalty if I cut him? It's a 5.0 or $5 million penalty, and we only free up $1 million, so that's not going to work. That's complete opposite of what we want to do. Who has no penalty? Okay, none of these guys have any value. None of the guys that have no value have any money or have any penalty. That's okay. We'll keep simulating. We'll make the decision on Buda Baker at the end of the season. Next episode should be where we make the decision on Buda Baker. I don't want to get rid of him right now because obviously we're 4-0 and he's helping in part in getting us to this spot. So I want to make sure that everybody's doing their part. I don't want to hurt the team, especially the development of Jonathan Young. So we got to keep him riding here. I think we are going to jump into this next game. It is against the Niners, so we might as well jump in and help the boys get a win here against one of our other big rivals. Probably the biggest rival that we have is against the Niners, just because they're so good and they're in our division. They're the real threat of the division to take it away from us. Have we revealed the development trait? Not just yet. Oof, not just yet. I bet we're getting close though. 456 of 500. We are getting very, very close. And I need to make sure. I don't think our staff, whoever our offensive coordinator is, has the X Factor unlocked, because Bijan doesn't look like he's using his X Factor. So yeah, our offensive coordinator Ed Green, he doesn't have it unlocked. We gotta get that unlocked. Change that. Defensive coordinator doesn't have it either. Okay, good thing I noticed that, or we could have been in some big time trouble there. Oh, Stefanski. Stefanski's our defensive coordinator. I didn't even realize that. All right, so now that we have that, Devontae Smith and Bijan should at least be able to use their X Factors, then Parsons on the defense. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So Bijan and Devontae's X Factors are now activated, and maybe a third one could be Jonathan Young. I don't know. I guess we'll find out, because he's going to get those snaps completed in this game against the Niners. So 4-1 versus 5-0 at home against San Francisco, a big rival. Let's go see if Jonathan Young can keep up this hot season. We start with the ball against the 49ers, our undefeated season on the line. And the rookie Jonathan Young will take his first snap of the day and probably hand it off to Bijan Robinson, who has a huge gain. And Bijan Robinson, 8 yards on the first carry. 126 yards last game. And we'll see what we got here on 2nd and 2. I'm probably going to go underneath to the Devontae Smith, and he holds on. That was a little risky of a throw because some players in the way there, but Smith holds on. He's a veteran at this point. He knows how to do it. Another handoff to Bijan, and lackluster blocking from Devontae and the rest of the receivers, but Bijan's able to gain a nice amount of yards there. And I think we're going to run a little play-action boot here, because last time I did this, it was a touchdown, but it was underthrown by Young. So I think Young can get this in the right area. He just needs to actually focus, and for some reason they stop. Wow. That's going to be an interception because Devontae Smith just stopped in the middle of the field. I guess I just assumed he would keep running. Dumb by me. Why would I think that a receiver would keep running on the route that his route was supposed to go all the way? But that's the interception. And a brutal one in that, because that gives the Niners a lot of momentum. Oh, that's stupid. That is very, very stupid. We'll let the CPU handle it for a little bit now. Niners score touchdown. We score touchdown, tie it back up. And we're on the move again, but we don't do anything with it. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's get it going here. We need a big touchdown. There's a field goal. Third quarter's coming to a close. Niners score at the end of the third quarter, and it looks like they're going to score again, and they do. 21-10. We get one back, though, and a 2-point conversion, and we got the ball again. But they get the ball again. Not good. And they kept it going, and they win. San Francisco ends our undefeated streak at 5 games. Oh, I hate the Niners, man. I hate the Niners. They are the biggest threat to us winning a third championship. They may not be that good of a team this year, but when we get on the field, it's just throw the records out, man. It's crazy. And they end our undefeated season at 5 games. That's kind of frustrating, but maybe we can bounce back with a nice W against the Jets. Mock draft number 2 is coming out. I don't even remember who's in this draft class. I don't even know if I took a look at it after loading it in. And we are on a 2-game losing streak. So it seems like the Niners got in the rookie's head, and we have lost 2 straight. That's not good. We only got a couple more games left to go in this episode. Did he reveal his dev trait? Here it is. What's it going to be? It's only star. That's okay. At least it is a development trait. If he had normal, I'd be a little bit more disappointed. I'd probably have to start Martin, but star is fine. If he has a Rookie of the Year season, which judging by how he's played so far this year, he could, unless we go on a tremendous collapse the rest of the year. He could definitely go up to superstar. Right now, look at that. He's second in the league in passing yards. He's got 1,800 yards, 18 touchdowns. He's having a phenomenal year. If he doesn't win Offensive Rookie of the Year, then I don't know what to do. So, he's looking pretty solid. We are going to simulate this game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are 2-5. So, if we can't get off the losing streak against the Bucs, we can. Barely, but we get off the losing streak. That's nice. Now we play Buffalo, who are also having quite the good season. I don't like that. But can we beat them? Can we beat them? We can. 49-10. Now we play the Dolphins. Final game of the episode. I will jump in and play this one. Final game of the episode against the 4-4 Dolphins. But my man Jonathan Young is now leading the league in passing yards. 2,400 with 22 touchdowns and a 73% completion percentage. Have we found our franchise guy? When did I draft him? Was it in the first round? Did I get you in the first round, my guy? Let me take a look. Stats. Awards. Drafted in the first round, pick 28. Okay. And he already won Offensive Player of the Week in Week 4. His career stats, 2,400 yards, 7 touchdowns. One of those is my fault. But, I mean, he's killing it. 73% completion percentage. Jonathan Young might be the real deal. He might be the real deal. And think about that. The luck that we have to go from a franchise quarterback in Anthony Richardson, who brought us 2 titles, to now go to another franchise quarterback without any hesitation, without any dull period. That's crazy. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Obviously, we still have a long way to go before we find out if he is the true franchise quarterback. I mean, he's still in his rookie season. We got to figure out if he's even going to bring us to the playoffs. Now, we're looking pretty good, but the Niners are right there. They're 6-2. They are right there in contention for this division. So we cannot rest on our laurels just yet. And I want to see how Anthony Richardson is doing. They're 6-2 as well. So Richardson is performing very well. Good for him. Good for him. Maybe we meet them in the postseason. Who knows? I'd obviously have to be in the Super Bowl. Think about that storyline. The Desperados going for their 3rd championship in a row, and they go up against the quarterback that brought them the first 2. Oh, that's a crazy storyline. But we will have to wait, obviously, until the playoff episode. Final game of the episode, week number 10 against the Dolphins in Hard Rock. Let's go see if we can make this 8-2 and keep the hot streak of this rookie alive. We are here in Hard Rock Stadium, Miami, Florida, to take on the Dolphins. Final game of the episode, the rookie in a fantastic rookie campaign. Jonathan Young has proven that he is quite the guy. He has seen the open spot that Anthony Richardson left when he didn't get brought back to the team, and he said, I'm going to fill it. I'm going to fill it very well, and it seems to be doing that right now. I don't want to kick a field goal here. We do tie it up at 3. Dolphins driving down the field. They score a touchdown. But we're driving again, and it's a 3rd down from the 7. End of the first half is upon us. But maybe we can score to tie this game back up quickly. Throw that inside. That's a tough throw. I shouldn't have thrown that. I thought maybe the linebacker would not get there as quick, but he did. He got there fairly quickly. They want us to kick the field goal. I kind of want to go for this. I don't want to kick the field goal. I want to get a little crazy here. I mean, we have an opportunity for a 1st down, so I might as well try. And I see that Lynn Lashley is in the middle here, so we might try a little slant to him. I'm going to step up and run with Jonathan Young, and a rushing touchdown for the young rookie. That could be his first ever. I don't know for a fact, but Jonathan Young with a rushing touchdown ties this game at 10. Well, considering we don't have the extra point, it's only at 9, but that's a huge rushing touchdown from Jonathan Young. You love to see that. And we kick a field goal to make it 13-10. What can we do now? Tie it up at 13, the Dolphins do. And they get the ball back again. And they kick another field goal. So the Dolphins don't seem very dominant. They seem to just be able to, I don't know, kick a lot of field goals, I guess. I'm going to try to split this up. If we send Lynn Lashley deep, but then I change and send Waddle on an out, we'll make Jalen Ramsey decide on what he wants to do. And he's chosen to go for Lashley, so we'll give it to Waddle. 2:03 to go. We get a first down. And now we are in the red zone at the 8-yard line with a chance to take the lead late in this game. They still have all 3 of their timeouts, so they're still dangerous. But Bijan Robinson says, give me that lead back. Bijan Robinson, baby. That's what you want to see. And we go up 20-16 with the Dolphins trying to score. This is dangerous. I don't like this. Tua is in position to get a touchdown here. 46 seconds. Oh, he's wide open. What are we doing? They're going to call a timeout there. I can't believe he was so wide open. 41 seconds. Still 1 timeout left for Miami. This is not good if they score. Really not good. Oh, that's a great throw, and I think he was out of bounds. No, the clock is still moving, so they'll have to choose if they want to use the timeout or not. They don't use it, but they didn't really get a lot of run off the clock anyway. Get to quarterback. Wagner almost got to Tua, and they used their final timeout. So if we can get one more play where we keep them inbounds out of the end zone, then I think the accelerated clock could end this game. Oh, he caught it for a touchdown. It's unbelievable. Micah Parsons was seconds away. Not even. He was nanoseconds away. And now it's down to Jonathan Young, the rookie, to try to get us into field goal range on maybe 2 plays. We'll see what happens. Fire it in. It's going to be caught, I think, but the controller disconnected, as you would expect. And it's going to be held on by Jalen Waddle. We'll use our first timeout. That was a crazy throw by Young. Absolute insanity. And we are almost in the field goal range already, but Daniel Carlson's getting older. He might not be able to hit it as confidently as I would want him to. So I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll. Fire it. And it's going to be incomplete. I wasted so much time there. So much time there. I thought somebody would get open there. I didn't know who to go to. Kind of panicked. And now I don't think we have enough time to kick a field goal. Unless I dump it down to Freiermuth very quickly. Get it. Oh, somebody caught it. I paused it on accident. Get down. Time. Okay. I paused on accident. That was my fault. That wasn't the controller going out. I paused it on accident. I was trying to hit the timeout button. I hit the wrong button. Somehow I got that into field goal range. I threw that to Freiermuth, but he overthrew it and it got caught. 58-yarder for Daniel Carlson to send this game to overtime. Max power, good enough angle. Daniel Carlson hits the 58-yard field goal to send us to overtime. What a play. What a drive from the rookie. What a drive from the rookie. Oh my God. That was insane. The Dolphins score in overtime, or they kick a field goal. So we either have to kick a field goal to keep the overtime going, or we have to, yikes, score a touchdown, which I don't know if it's going to be possible after a big-time mess up there. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Game's on the line here. If we don't get this, it's ball game. It's going to be a hold, isn't it? And it's an interception. It doesn't matter. The ball's overthrown because he got hit on the throw. Dolphins will beat us in Week 10. It was a hold regardless, so it wouldn't have mattered if I caught it anyway. Zaire Shepard, the young left guard, is called for the holding, but I threw the pick, so it doesn't matter. Man, that's a tough way to lose. I mean, the fact that he drove us down the field to get us in field goal range to kick that 58-yarder in the first place, to get us to overtime, is crazy. But then we couldn't do anything. The defense just didn't give us enough in overtime. They let the Dolphins get down to field goal range, and then we couldn't do anything after that. That's a tough way to lose, that is for sure. Hopefully the Niners didn't win and they stay at 6-3. They did. They stay at 6-3. That's kind of crazy, actually. All right, so that is where we will end. Next episode, we have a big one. We've got obviously the rest of the season to take care of. We got to stay ahead of the Niners. We got to keep winning. We've got to keep developing Jonathan Young because he still leads the league in passing yards and Not passing touchdowns. Mahomes has 23, but he leads the league in passing yards, which is pretty crazy. So he's in prime position to win not only maybe MVP of the league, but certainly Offensive Rookie of the Year, which would send him to superstar development and maybe even X Factor if he just naturally grows from star to superstar over the course of the season. Then he would go up to X Factor. That would be fantastic. I don't think that's going to happen, but that would be fantastic. So we have that to take care of and that to worry about, but also we've got to decide on Budda Baker. We've got to trade him before the season ends because then the cap will roll over and we won't have any cap. So we've got to decide on that. We've got to develop the rest of the team, sign possibly some some negotiations, restructure some contracts maybe. I don't know what's going to happen next episode. It is going to be a massive one in our first season without Anthony Richardson under center. It's crazy. We're 7-3. I didn't think we would be. I thought we would take a little bit of a step back considering we're working a new quarterback in, but for the most part, we have the exact same team that Richardson was here with, that he won the titles with. So we just replace him, and it looks like we're doing a good job in that because our quarterback leads the league. So we're doing a pretty good job. I'm feeling pretty comfortable. If you guys enjoyed the episode, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.